daddy, he was a Negro. I was an Afro-American, and my son is a black. Now, which one are we? We the same people. I came out of my daddy's lineage. He came out of his daddy's lineage, and my son came out of me. Now, which one are we? Are we a Negro, black, Afro-American, color, what else? What are we? The only people on the planet that change every generation. You know why that is? Because you don't know who you are. So whatever that generation decide they want to call themselves, that's what they call themselves. Or whatever somebody else decide they want to call them. Because you're a byword and you're a proverb. That's what the Lord said you was going to be when he scattered you into bondage into all these nations because you refused to obey his command. And here you sit suffering because of it. Go ahead. Read that down there now.
Okay. The black Jews, or Philoshes, have been fleeing famine-stricken Ethiopia along with thousands of countrymen and arriving on foot at a refuge camp in Sudan.
Now, so in other words, we got some Israelites that is in bondage among some people that look just like them then, right? Yes, in other words, you can stand them side by side, and if they didn't open their mouth, you wouldn't know who is who. But now, they came and they took so many out. Well, go ahead and read it.
More than 7,000 of the starving Ethiopian Jews reportedly have been flown to Israel since the operation began.
And guess what? Israel's plight in Ethiopia, it is the same as Israel's plight everywhere else you find it. Lord said, I'm going to send you into bondage, and things will not be well with you. And wherever you find Israel at, things are not well with them. You say, oh, well, I'll run down there into the islands and be with some of my brothers. Things really not well with them down there. If you're going to be somewhere, you better off be. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Because things really are not well. Well, that is Israel's plight, you understand? Why? Because God said that if you don't keep these commandments, this is what's going to happen to you. And we have seen down through history that's what happened to Israel, didn't it? He told the 10 tribes knew they were supposed to obey them commandments. They didn't keep them. What did the Lord do? Assyria, come down here and take them out. Then Judah was left, and Judah said, well, we ain't going to keep them either. Then he said, Nebuchadnezzar, come down here and take them out. But I got to let them go back because they got to be there when I show up to die for the sins of the people. Then after that, he said, Tyrus, Roman general, come down here and take them out. This time, they ain't going back until I return to set up my kingdom on this earth. So now Israel is scattered. Israel scattered into all nations in bondage. Edom sitting in the land. Everybody is where they are supposed to be. Now we finding out here that there was an airlift made by the Edomites to go down and bring some Israelites out. But we're going to find out some were still left down there. Go ahead and read on.
Joining nearly 6,000 who had managed to reach Israel earlier. An estimated 12,000 Ethiopian Jews remained in the Horn of Africa.
So there's some more down there, right? Because this got to be fulfilled at the coming of the Lord, don't it? So it's got to be some left. Because the Lord is talking about gathering them out of Egypt, out of Cush, which is Ethiopia, and all these places at his coming. We almost there, y'all. Let's go now to Isaiah chapter 42. And we're going to pick it up at verse 19. Isaiah 42, and we'll begin reading at verse 19. 42 and 19. (42 and 19). Israel is here. Edom is here. We know what's going on in the land with Edom. They fighting and dying over the land, aren't they? Right. Every time you turn on your TV, they fighting and dying over the land, right? Because the Lord said that the land would bereave the nations, and we read in history where the land is bereaving the nations. 1,900 years since Israel got kicked out in 70 A.D., the land have been bereaving the nations, right? Yes, sir. So now this is what Israel doing. Edom sitting back there fighting and dying over your land, and this is what you doing, Israel. Start reading at 42 and 19. Go ahead and read.
Who is blind but my servant, or deaf as my messenger that I sent? Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as the Lord's servant.
Now who is this servant here that he's talking about? He's talking about Israel here. He said they blind and they deaf. And truly, they are blind in both eyes and they deaf in both ears. I don't care how much information you feed them, it don't never register. Just, some should register. Just plain common reasoning should register. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to just show you some plain common reasoning. Plain common reasoning is Jesus could not have died on Good Friday and rose Easter Sunday morning. That's just plain common reasoning, right? When Jesus said, I'm going to be in the grave 3 days and 3 nights, that's just plain common reasoning, right? You can't get 3 days and 3 nights from Friday evening till Easter Sunday morning. You just can't do it, right? That's just, you looking at it and you ain't seeing it, and you hearing it and you ain't hearing it. You understand what I'm saying? Because as soon as I show you this in the Bible, you turn right around and say, well, I can't wait till Good Friday so we can have Good Friday morning service. And Easter, all of us going to church on Easter because Daddy, he even go on Easter. He got one suit and he put that on Easter and he go. Mama and the little kids, they dressed to kill because they got to have the new outfits. You understand? So you're going to still do it even though you know it's wrong. You're going to do it anyway. That's what the Lord said, blind, got eyes and can't see and ears and don't hear. Go ahead and read on.
Verse 20.
Go ahead.
Seeing many things, but thou observest not.
Now you seeing many things, but you don't observe not. You looking, like the Lord said in the first chapter, Isaiah, you looking at other people dwelling in your land. You in captivity. You looking at other people dwelling in your land, and you don't even consider it. In fact, you even rooting for who you want to have your land.
That's right.
Edom and Ishmael, they are the main two that's fighting over your land, and you signed up with who you think ought to have it. It ain't neither one of them. It's yours, man. Now, well, I want the Arabs to get it. See, cause I like them. Well, no, I want y'all call them the Jews. Well, you know they Edomites. We know that. If you don't know that. Well, I want the Jews to have it. Looking at it and ain't seeing. Go ahead and read on.
Opening the ears, but he hear it not.
See what I say? You got your ears wide open. You ain't hearing nothing. All of the stuff that makes sense, you ain't hearing none of it. Opening the ears, but you don't hear. Go ahead and read on.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
Go ahead.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Wait a minute. He said this is a people robbed. Then the Lord said that's what's going to happen to them. Then he said that in Deuteronomy chapter 28. He said they was going to be oppressed and spoiled evermore. Then he said that, didn't he? And he went so far as saying, no man going to buy. I'm going to have somebody come and take them out, and ain't nobody going to buy them. In other words, ain't nobody going to deliver you out of this. This is a divine thing that's on Israel. Your God put you in it, and only your God going to take you out of it. You done had leaders to rise up every generation. And guess what? Your plight have not changed. Why? Because this is a divine thing that's on Israel. A people robbed and spoiled. Go ahead and read on.
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
See what I said? They are snared in holes, and they are hid in the prison. You know who makes up the majority of the population in the penal institute? I don't have to tell you. You looking for Israel? Just go down to your local jailhouse, and whoever you see the most of in there, you have found Israel. He said they are snared in holes, and they are hid in the prison. You know who make up the majority of the population in prison. You know that. You go to jail just for walking down the street. You ain't got to do nothing.
That's right.
You'll be hard-pressed to find an Edomite in jail. I mean, he got to do something way out there to go to jail. Mostly he will get community service. And you will get 30 years for jaywalking. So you know who it is that is hid in the prison house. That is a part of your plight, Israel, because you refuse to obey the commandments of the Lord. How many times have they, since the DNA thing came into existence, how many of us have they turned loose?
That's right.
Oh, we're going to run the DNA. Oh, this man is innocent. Oh, this man is innocent. Oh, this man is innocent. One of your late governors, Thompson, he let a whole lot of them out, and he got in trouble about it. I don't care about them being innocent. Lock them up anyway. They are snared in holes, and they are hid in the prison houses. Go ahead and read on.
Middle of 22.
Go ahead.
They are for a prey, and none delivered. For a spoiled, and none saith restore.
He said they are for a prey, and none delivered, and a spoil, and none shall restore.